So this is a NOG update session, and I think we have JANOG, bdNOG, and HKNOG, PACNOG, and some OZNOG, cool. Someone from NZNOG? No? We don't have local NOG? That's not good. Anyway, we can wait a little more, like 5 minutes, then we can start. You can speak on behalf of bdNOG. Yeah, you can share what you see during the last bdNOG. Like we had the conference in the Temple University. We had the workshop.
It's the technical meet conducted, so I have no idea.
Okay. This is NOG update. NOG update. So let's start this NOG update session. This session is aimed to share about NOG activities. We have many NOG style community in this region to share our operational experience and also to compare our experiences. So first up, not bdNOG, first up should be JANOG. Could you switch to JANOG? Anyway, so the first up is Chika Yoshimura from JANOG. She is the chair of the JANOG.
Hi everyone, I'm Chika from JANOG. So good morning. Actually, I woke up 30 minutes ago, so good morning for me. Well, I'm a chair of JANOG since last September, so I'd like to share our experiences of JANOG a little bit. Well, JANOG was founded in 1997, so it was 19 years ago. And currently there are over 7,500 members in our mailing list. So our main activity is to have a meeting. It's a semi-annual meeting. It's mostly in January and July. And it's a 3-day meeting on 2 days of plenary session and half day of tutorials or both. And actually, the topics are mostly focused on technical and operational things. So marketing talk is strongly disliked. And it's available, actually internet live streaming and video archive is also available. So we can watch our meeting from all over the world. And there is no registration fee for the meeting. And also, most of the presentations and discussions are in Japanese. And of course, English is acceptable, English is welcome. However, we are recommending to put a rough translation from English to Japanese. Actually, there are around 10 non-native Japanese attendees in the meeting. The number of attendees are generally over 800 when we have a meeting in Tokyo, and it's over 500 members when we have a meeting outside of Tokyo. So next meeting, which is called JANOG 38, is in July this year in Okinawa, which is really beautiful. So everybody is welcome. So there are some pictures of the meetings. And actually, JANOG is not a conference where there is a teacher and a student, but a meeting where everybody is really flat and everybody can everybody can exchange their opinion each other. So actually, we are trying to make the atmosphere in the meeting is really flat and friendly. So recent meeting topics are really various. So one of them is software and hardware forwarding, which is about packet forwarding differences between Intel architecture server and hardware switches. And the other topic is net neutrality. Actually, in Japan, net neutrality is not so discussed yet in Japan as a real-life issue. So we were discussing what would be happening when it would be a real issue. And NVNO in the future. So actually in Japan, there are a bunch of NVNO companies, and which is really popular. So we are discussing about the technical challenges for them. And another topic is that the internet in the Asia Pacific region. Actually, he was the speaker, and he shared the experiences when he was working for various Asian countries. And the other is BGP hijack issue, which I talked yesterday. So there was a huge BGP hijack issue last year, so I was explaining what was happening on the day. And the another is lab test items. So, what test item do you use? What do we use when testing technical function in the lab? So we were exchanging our experiences of what type test item we are using each other. And actually, one more our main activities is on working groups, and it is a kind of special interest groups where people discuss topics, especially technical topics, intentionally. And actually, there was an NOTP working group before, but it was concluded already. However, they have been publishing English documentation of what is NTP reflection attack, or what would be a preventive solution in English. So please check out this URL. And one more working group was RPKI group, but it was concluded before. And actually, we've been running JANOG for 19 years, and there are, some challenges in JANOG. And one of the challenges is to have a meeting in Tokyo. Recently, most of the meetings were held outside of Tokyo. However, over 50% of the attendees were coming from Tokyo or nearby Tokyo. So to have a meeting in Tokyo is one of our challenges. So actually, we have some small meetings, which is kind of half-day or one-day meeting in Tokyo and US. And one is that is interim meeting, one-day meeting in Tokyo. And the other is lightning talk night, which is a meeting with only having lightning talks. And those two were held in Tokyo before. And we had a meeting in the US because there are a bunch of Japanese people who are working for technical industry. So we just wanted to involve them to our community more. So here are some photos of the meetings, just like this. Okay. Actually, another challenge for us is to involve more younger generation to our community, to metabolize the community. And actually, there is a fellowship program for younger generations, which has begun in last year. There is a community which is called JANOG Fellowship Committee, which is separate community than our JANOG steering committee. And applicant can get financial support from them, like transportation and hotel accommodation and social event registration fee and so on. And eligibility is to anyone between 18 years old to 29 years old, to anyone. And there were 9 fellows in the last meeting, but they are mostly students. One more challenge is about the languages, because, like I said earlier, most of the discussions and presentations are in Japanese. So translating or providing information in English is one of our challenges. Actually, there is a special term which is called I-20N, an internationalization term. They have been providing some English, information related to JANOG on the website. So I'd like to say thank you to them. Actually, one more activity is that HKNOG sponsorship, which has begun last year. HKNOG kindly offers us, financial support so that slides or decks can be translated into English. Actually, we can't translate all of the materials into English because the budget is really limited. However, a couple of slides are already translated into English, and it's available into that URL. So please check that. And I'd like to, say thank you to HKNOG and Miwa-san especially for all of the support. I'd like to skip this. So actually, I did not mention this, but JANOG is run by only volunteers. So most important value is members' involvement and engagement. So if you are interested in our community or activity, please come to us. So I'd like to see you all of the guys in Okinawa, which is our next meeting. So thank you so much.
Any question? If not, then we can move to HKNOG. So please show the HKNOG one, please.
Oh, so this time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, simple. Yep.
Yes, good.
Yep.
Yeah, so hello everyone. So my name is Kams. I'm from Hong Kong NOG. As you see, I wear the Hong Kong NOG t-shirt. So I just want to have some brief introduction about what Hong Kong NOG is doing, and then what we have to do, what they did in the past, and then what's coming. So I think everyone know that Hong Kong NOG is just like all the NOG, we're trying to promote the internet, knowledge sharing, operational experience, etc. So the history, so we actually formed it in after I think 2014, and then when we have the first event. So we are basically also a group of volunteers who are actively involved in the internet community, and then we get together and then we think, okay, we should have something similar for the Hong Kong community. So we talk about like different exchange knowledge, different topics of internet, from network routing, DNS, security. We even have data center, subsea cable, etc. So we have 2 events every year. So we usually have 1 mini event that is half day in the first half, and then a full day event that is in the second half. And then we have a website, www.hknog.net, if you want to get to know more about our information, our announcement, then you can go there. And then of course you can subscribe to our mailing list, and then we share all the update, and then feel free to subscribe that. And then we have a LinkedIn group and of course a Facebook page. Yeah, so we are run by a group of volunteers, so most of them I think not here, but they actually in the APRICOT in the conference, but not in this room. So we have people from like Jihu, I think everyone know that he's Epic Easy, and also the one there from CHK who won Hong Kong X. We have Howard from Tata, YK who used to be a active internet member and house, and then myself, Rafael, I think most of them you already know also is the from Equinix, and everyone from a hosting company, Udomain, Chris from the network vendor Cisco. And this year we have, just want to highlight that this year we have one more program committee. Connie Chan is actually also attending this conference. She's not in the room, but she's a bit different, but she's actually helping us to do the marketing. So before we have all the 9 people of us, we are more technical people, so when I say all the technical, so we can invite speakers or sponsors. But then when you come to event management, then we usually lack of the skill, and we have to do like a lot of promotion, sourcing, venue, and then doing a lot of other marketing stuff. So we have the volunteer, we also have marketing expertise now. This is just the past, I think I skipped most of them. Yeah. So this is the event that we have last year. It's a full day event. So it's called HKNOG 2.0. So in the full day event we call it .0, and then the half day event, the mini event, we call it .1, .2, something like that. So you see that we actually have a wide range of topics, and we also have international speakers. So every time we try to have invite some of the international speakers to share their experience. So for example, last time we have Jeff Houston from APNIC, and then we usually have people from Nepal to talk about the impact of internet from earthquake, etc. And then we also have people from Japan also, so talk about the Japan internet landscape, security, yeah. And yeah, the last slide. We just finalized the coming mini event that is going to help on 18th of March, and then so it's a half-day event, and then we're trying to put more topic about OTT. So you can see the content is like we have Mas, who's going to talk about the OTT trend, and then we have Eric Fan who talk about he built a local streaming OTT platform in Hong Kong. So he talk about the ping pong about the live stream in Hong Kong, what's a challenge. And then we have Netflix, talk about the Netflix Open Connect. And then we have Alibaba, who built the Ali Cloud, a doctor, a professor, who talk about how they build the Ali Cloud. And we have Mark's wife, who talk about the INS stewardship transfer. Yeah, I think this is something that's also critical because the Hong Kong local community, they usually don't care or about the policy, what's happening with APNOG, what's happening globally, especially on the policy side. They usually just more practical engineers. So I think we want to also share about what is happening globally that could actually impact the internet community. So we try to introduce this kind of topics to them. And we have BTI who talk about the path to disaggregation. And then we have Level 3 to talk about something also related to the OTT, the preparation of the future of the internet from a performance and security perspective. And then finally we have CF Trade from Abo to talk about the Abo network update because they publish the security report every year. And finally, every event after the closing, we usually have a social event. But I think that at the conference itself is not enough. It's not enough. We want to have more interaction amongst the community. So we have a social event or tea break that people can actually chit-chat around, and then very easier because Hong Kong people, they're usually more shy, they will not ask questions, but they actually have a lot of questions in mind. So the social event is actually giving them a very good platform for them to know more people and then to share more knowledge, etc. Yeah, I think this is my update.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any questions or comments? Yep, thank you very much. So next up, Nasrin, bdNOG one, please. Yep.
Sorry.
Forward and back. Should be forward. You can try.
Hello everyone, this is Nasrin from Bangladesh. Today I'm going to giving you the update about bdNOG. Let me first tell you what is the bdNOG. bdNOG means the Bangladesh Network Operator Group, which is actually a forum of computer professionals who are work in several companies or organizations, mainly from telco, ISP, bank, etc. You can see this is the logo of bdNOG. We are trying to represent our country in logo also, and you can see this is our national map, which is in green in the red circle. This is our actually national map. And we try to represent our country by placing it in our logo too. So you may be asked why we form bdNOG still if there is a JANOG. Actually the fact is we only got opportunity to have JANOG in Bangladesh after every 3 years. And it's not possible for participants always attend the overseas events of JANOG. That's why we plan to form bdNOG. So the objective is work together to build better internet in BD and conduct operational research locally, facilitate discussion of local issues, build a platform to share operational work experience between us, and promote local talent to the global internet community. Here you can see a look of our website, and you can visit our website. The URL is www.bdnog.org, and we have a bilingual website in English and Bengali. This is the so far events that has been arranged by us. bdNOG 1 and APRICOT regional meeting, which was held in Dhaka, Bangladesh. It was held on May 19 to 23 on 2004. We have arranged 2 days conference and 3 days workshop, which was in routing, network security, cloud, and we had 180 plus participants. And then we have arranged our bdNOG 2 conference, which was held in Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh. It's a beautiful place to visit. And it was held in November 11 to 15 on 2004. We have also 1-day conference and 4 days workshop on DNS security and MPLS, and we have 90 plus participants. Then we arranged bdNOG 3, which was held in May 18 to 23 on 2015. We had 1-day conference and 1-day tutorial, 4 days workshop, advanced routing in BGP, Linux admin and network management, IP telephony, and we have 200 plus participants. And last one is bdNOG 4, which was in Sri Mongol, and it was held in November 11 to 15 on 2015. We had 1-day conference, 4 days workshop, which was in MPLS and cloud computing and Linux shell programming, and we had 80 plus participants. Here is a picture of bdNOG 1 conference and ARM. These are our participants, all our instructors, and all fellows from Bangladesh and overseas also. This is the picture of bdNOG 2 conference. We have a huge number of participants and instruction in that conference. And this is the picture of bdNOG 3 conference. This is the bdNOG 4 conference. And we are having to arrange our bdNOG 5 and ION Bangladesh 2016, which will be held on 7 to 11 April on 2016. Workshop will begin on 7 to 10 April, and it will be on IPv4, IPv6 routing workshop, and Linux sysadmin and services. And conference will begin on 11 April along with ION. All of you are invited to attend that event. And we will have our bdNOG 6 conference along with APRICOT 42, which will be held on 29 September to 6 October 2016. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Flickr, YouTube, and SlideShare also. Thank you all. All of you are invited in our upcoming event. Bangladesh is a beautiful country. You can find their beaches and hillside too. So everybody is invited. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Actually, yeah, I have attended several times for bdNOG. That was beautiful. So next up, partner. Yes, please. So you have your slides over there already? Ah, okay. Yep.
Thank you. Sorry for that. Good afternoon. My name is Fred Christopher from the.
Oh.
Sorry. From the Pacific Islands Telecommunications Association. We normally call it PITA. And I'm based in the Pacific Islands in Fiji, and you have known that's one of the reasons we didn't give the slides, because we were hit by a Cat 5 cyclone, so our flights were delayed. I just arrived, in fact, yesterday afternoon. So Sabe were there, as many of you would know from ICANN, would have done the presentation if I had not come here, or even Chambika, who used to attend a lot of bdNOGs and conduct the trainings. So very quickly, if we can just put up the slides here. So that's our slide. And all of you probably know the Pacific Islands. They are maritime islands spread over the ocean. One of the challenges we have is traveling. And many of them will find it very difficult to travel to Asia or even Australia to do training, attend training. And the issues and challenges there of network are pretty much similar with other islands. So with HKNOG, the aim is actually to have a training rotated around the Pacific Islands so the islanders can just go to those islands and conduct the training. The other great feature of HKNOG is that they actually get to meet each other and talk and exchange as well as doing the training. So far we have 17 HKNOGs, and the next one, 18, will be in July. We have 2 HKNOGs a year, July and December. And the reality of HKNOG is through a lot of volunteering assistance, and mainly I take this opportunity to acknowledge APRICOT and ICANN and the National Network Startup Resource Center, NSRC. Together with Peter, we organize the 2 trainings every year. And and so we are very grateful to those organizations. The agenda normally, or format is normally 4 days full-time hands-on training, and 1 day we have the opportunity to have a conference and get all these topical presentations on networks and standardizations, and pretty much of the conference is spent on the country reports on how the various developments the islands are doing and some of the challenges, which is a really good feature when they come to attend, because the next 4 days is just training. Yeah, anything else, Sally? All right. So we hope to finalize the venue for the next HKNOG, and if you have some good topics to come and contribute to the Pacific Islands, feel free to contact me, Sally, or even APRICOT. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So next up will be HKNOG.
Sure.
Yes, please.
So I didn't prepare any slides, but so HKNOG's been running in Australia since 2007. So we've had now, we'll come up for our 9th year. And it's a group of about 5, 6 of us. We've had a pretty consistent group running it since the start, and a pretty consistent set of sponsors as well. We've been very lucky to have sponsors that have been looking after paying for the once a year conference we run, which is normally end of August, early September, since the beginning. Normally the conference is about 150, 200 people, mostly Aussies, but various people from around the world. And it tends to be very similar to everyone else, very technically focused. Obviously Australia's got the NBN, and we've discussed that quite a few times. The most recent one, we had a very interesting discussion with the Attorney General's Department about the various changes in metadata retention that sparked a lot of interest. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We run a mailing list, and it's reasonably active, goes up and down like I think most of the mailing lists do. And we try and keep it fairly much on topic and not let people stray to topics that aren't relevant, or try and stamp down on people calling each other names. And that's pretty much it. If you've got any questions, www.osnog.net, and I think September 1st and 2nd in Sydney is our next meeting.
Next week.
September.
September. Okay, yeah.
It's like, is that next week? Oh my God.
Thank you very much. So, do we have someone from NZ now? bdNOG, JANOG, JANOG, Chan? Oh yeah, Chan can speak on behalf of JANOG, South Asia NOG.
Good afternoon. I'm Chika, talking on behalf of JANOG. JANOG conference, that's South Asia Network Operators Group. South Asia consists of 8 countries. So that's India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Maldives, and Afghanistan. So these 8 countries. JANOG started back in 2003, more than 10 years ago. So we have biannual conferences. So usually we have the first conference in January and then the second one around in August. If there is any bigger event like APNIC meeting or APRICOT hasn't been to JANOG region yet, we tend to have JANOG in conjunction with that event, the bigger event. Talking about the last JANOG, that was JANOG 27. So that was held in Kathmandu in Nepal. Usually the JANOG program is that we have workshops going for 5 days, and then we have 2 days of tutorials, and then we have 2 days of conference, or sometimes it could be like 1.5 days, depends. So totally around 9 days, that's the sort of program. So it's a long, lengthy program. So we usually have all the regular supporters like APNIC, ICANN, ISOC, and many others, the regular contribution, NSRC. They usually always conduct workshops, send the trainers and so on. So it's very consistent with most of the other NOGs in the region. So the next, talking about the next JANOG, so that will be in India. Usually like recently, we have come into this sort of discussion that given the demand in India and also the size of the economy and so on, let us try to have one of the JANOGs in India. So generally we have the mid-year JANOG in India, so around July, August time frame. We tend to have that in India since the last few years. And then the remaining JANOG, which is the January JANOG, we try to rotate between different other South Asian countries. So that's why, so India will have one JANOG every year, and then the January JANOG, you know, it's up to any other host country. So the next JANOG is going to be in India, JANOG 28, around in July, August time frame. So in case if any of you are interested, you know, we would welcome to see you all there. Thank you.
Thank you, Chan. Any other NOG you want to talk, or on behalf of? Yep. Yes, please. So which NOG are you going to? NOG.
I'm a little bit out of my region here, so thank you for your indulgence. Kind of a walk-on here, so I don't have any slides. For those that aren't familiar with the NOG organization, we have 3 conferences a year. We did just complete our first one of 2016 in San Diego 2 weeks ago. We'll be running the next one in June in Chicago and October in Dallas. Our attendance has really been growing over the last couple of years. We're now averaging about 1,100 attendees per meeting, which is restricting somewhat the locations we can be at. We tend to be at large cities, major airport hubs. Hopefully we're making it easier for folks around the world to come join us. We are seeing a lot of countries in attendance outside of North America. On average, we're between 25 and 30 different countries in attendance. We'd love to have more folks attend from Please find me. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
What are some of the key issues for that large attendance? What bringing people in? Is it the technical content or what?
We like to think so. We do get quite good technical talks. We have a number of side tracks that have been fairly persistent over the years that we think bring in people. We've got a good and persistent set of sponsors that are really helping us keep the conference running, and we think they're helping to bring in folks as well. It's really been growing for us. So.
Are the attendees expanding beyond your core area, or are they still basically your core area?
Well, like I said, we're seeing on average 25 to 30 different countries represented.
No, I mean technically.
Oh.
Not geographically.
So
organizations, companies.
Yeah, you know, there are a number of organizations that do send a lot of folks, and it depends where we are within North America. If we're up in the Seattle area, we'll see a fairly high attendance from Microsoft and Amazon, for example. Juniper's been very good to us, and they often bring folks. NTT is a large attendee in terms of organizations. In terms of, you know, maybe verticals within the industry, it's not just network operators. We have quite a lot of security folks, quite a lot of research and education folks coming. We have tracks specifically for security, for research, and so we're seeing a fairly high participation on that as well.
Developers, recent trend of developers, those are DevOps guys.
I'm sorry, I don't get
the last few NOGs, it's seen a rise in DevOps people.
Yeah. And we've been, Facebook's been running some really wonderful tutorials on sort of NetOps coding and sort of the way they solve some of their problems that they're looking at a scale that most of us aren't also looking at, but it's interesting to see the way they're solving problems. Great, thanks.
Thank you very much. Probably we are missing some delegates from SGNOG, MyNOG, bdNOG, Nepal. They are thinking to form a NOG style community in that country. I heard. Missing NZNOG because they are pretty busy about organizing this conference. Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys. So I think we can finish this session. So this night we have a NOG BOF. This is for NOG organizer, or if we want to have your own NOG in your region, your country, please attend the NOG BOF to exchange information how to run NOG style community in this region. So thanks all for your participation. And then it's done.